News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
A manhunt is underway for a murder suspect in Helena. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Friday, July the 8th, 2016. The sky's overcast. Get used to it. It's 57 degrees in Missoula right now. Our newscast this morning sponsored by Office City, celebrating 100 years in business this year. See them for office supplies and furniture, price match guarantees, and free next-day delivery. Our top story this morning, police are searching for a murder suspect in the shooting death of a 20-year-old man in Helena. Officers are looking for a single suspect after Ryan Eakin of Helena was shot near the railroad tracks off North Montana Avenue yesterday. The Independent Record reports police blocked off a nearby street to search for the suspect and question potential witnesses. A possible witness described the suspect as a white male wearing basketball shorts and long socks. No further description was available. After their initial investigation, police say they don't believe there's an immediate threat to the public. Investigators declined to say what kind of weapon was used or whether the firearm has yet been recovered. The Montana Public Service Commission has settled its court case against Liberty Utilities over whether or not it broke the law by acquiring mountain water without giving the PSC proper oversight. According to Communications Director Eric Sell, the settlement is a big win.
We finally reached an agreement that, quite frankly, is as good as anything that we would have reached had the complaint gone forward in district court. $150,000 that would have gone into the general fund if this had gone forward in district court is now going to the Missoula Human Resources Council to low-income assistance related to water lines and meters.
On top of the money, Liberty Utilities gave up its ability to renegotiate its rates in the near future.
In May, actually, the Commission approved a $1.1 million annual rate reduction for Mountain Water's customers, and as a part of this stipulation, Mountain Water has agreed not to challenge that rate reduction. The $1.1 million annual rate reduction goes forward until a new rate case, and as of right now, we don't have any indication as to when Mountain Water will come in for a new rate case.
In the settlement, Mountain Water, Liberty, and its corporate affiliates have also been required to run any attempted future sales of Mountain Water through PSC oversight. But, of course, they were supposed to do that last time. Montana has consistently voted Republican in past presidential elections, but fissures are now developing within the state GOP over Donald Trump's bid for the White House. In an op-ed with the Washington Post last week, former Governor Mark Roscoe said he could neither endorse nor support Trump. He said the New York businessman lacked leadership and the conservative principles to be a true standard-bearer for the GOP. Other prominent Montana Republicans are saying they might sit out the presidential election because of such intense distaste for both Trump and Hillary Clinton, the presumptive Democratic nominee. The last time Montana opted for a Democrat in the White House was 1992 when Bill Clinton won the state in the three-way race that included independent candidate Ross Perot. Right now, Mary Avenue is a dead-end street that lies between Reserve and Missoula's Southgate Mall, but that's going to change in the near future. Peter Walker-Kelleher, engineer overseeing the Mary Avenue redesign for the firm DG&A PC, explains.
Definitely will be a dramatic change for this street. This street today is a dead-end street, has probably less than 400 vehicles per day on average. Projections say that it'll increase to 4,000. Just by way of comparison, Reserve Street has an average of about 29,000 cars per day. South Avenue has an average of about 15,000 per day.
Yesterday, the firm held a public meeting on Mary Avenue and asked residents for feedback. In the past, locals have expressed concerns about safety, what would happen to their property values. Walker-Kelleher says the firm is working to keep all new sidewalks and improvements within the 60-foot right-of-way, which is already owned by the city.
I've gotten confirmation from the city that if that is the neighborhood's desire to work within those 60 feet, that is very feasible. So it's quite plausible that the property lines will not change. There will be occasions where today a person's front yard may extend into the public right-of-way. The sidewalk may move 5 feet closer to them for those sections where there is a sidewalk.
Walker-Kelleher says he hopes to use the public feedback to help create a design plan that he will present in either August or September. However, he says the new Mary Avenue may not be completed for another 1 to 3 years. A Billings area man was killed in a head-on collision on the Crow Indian Reservation. The highway patrol said the crash occurred about 11:35 Wednesday night. on Secondary Highway between Billings and Pryor. Yellowstone County Deputy Coroner Cliff Mahoney told the Billings Gazette he could not release the victim's name until the family was notified. An autopsy was planned for yesterday. Patrol dispatchers said the crash involved tribal members and referred questions to the Bureau of Indian Affairs. BIA spokeswoman Nedra Darling was not immediately available for comment. The University of Montana has hired a new director of communications for the Office of the President. Paula Short, formerly with the Department of Natural Resources and Conservation, will begin her new duties at UM Monday, July 25th. UM President Royce Engstrom said Short emerged as the best qualified of 3 finalists for that position.
Paula emerged as a leader because of the range of experiences that she has had and because of what I perceive to be the level of intensity of her work, the level of energy that she brings to the table, and her eagerness to get started.
Short outlined just some of the duties she'll have in her new position in the president's cabinet.
I will be working with him directly on all of his communication, written, oral communication, and messaging. And in addition, I will be working with the legislative team for the Montana University system. So we'll be, of course, gearing up for the 17th session.
Peggy Coor is not retired. As she informed KGVO News, she'll be continuing as a special assistant to the president. High winds picked up and dropped a camper truck on I-94 and blew over a semi-truck, injuring the driver. The National Weather Service says a microburst caused high winds at about 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon between Miles City and Terry. Miles City Fire Rescue Battalion Chief Brandon Larson said that told the Billings Gazette the driver of the camper truck reported watching in his rearview mirror as the wind picked up the camper, then picked up the truck before both crashed to the ground. Speaking of weather, the National Weather Service has issued a forecast for thunderstorms with potentially heavy rainfall starting today and continuing through the weekend of the Missoula Marathon. Meteorologist Leanne Allegretto said a series of very wet storms is headed for western Montana.
Flash flooding and burn scars is certainly a concern, but gusty winds and lightning is always an accompaniment to these storms. But we are looking at the threat for localized flash flooding definitely there with any of the storms that do develop.
Allegretto said the Missoula Marathon 5K event on Saturday should be fairly free of inclement weather, but not so for Sunday's half and full marathon races.
Come Sunday, it's going to be a completely different story. We're looking at prolonged heavy rainfall, very cool temperatures, and that's going to last for most of the day. It's going to start out on, overnight Saturday through Sunday morning and then become heavier and more widespread through the rest of the day on Sunday.
In addition, the National Weather Service reports that snow levels will be dropping to below 6,500 feet Sunday night through Monday morning, and daytime temperatures will be up to 25 degrees below normal. Our News Talk time, 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly cloudy skies with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs top out in the upper 70s. A chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight. Rain likely on Saturday and Sunday with highs in the 50s by Sunday. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.